people on YouTube, if you're wanting to be a pilot, then listen up, because what I'm about to tell you now is the information you will need, and this is only people that have epilepsy. Okay, now the first thing you've got to know about sport flying at all is that if you're looking for a CPL, which is a commercial pilot's license, it's not going to happen, I'm afraid, so sorry. The second one people go for is the private. Is the NPPL and there is the PPL. Now the PPL is where you can carry passengers, but you will only be able to get that if you are seizure free for 10 years and you are off epilepsy tablets. You'll be off medication, epilepsy medication, and be seizure free for 10 years. So that was going to take away. But the NPPO, which is the National Pilot's License, National Pilot's License, that means that it's not as stringent as the PPL. And now that NPPL has now turned to LAPL, which is a Light Aircraft Pilot's License. Things have changed, but not too much what's gone on there. You have the CAA, which is the Civil Aviation Authority. You go online. But yeah, with the NPPL, which is, sorry, LAPL, you won't carry any passengers because you're not allowed to. But that will get you your wings. You can get your wings. So you can get your wings. That's the most important thing at the end of the day. If you want to be alive, if you want to be or have a pilot's license, at least you've got your wings. Yeah, you can carry. You can be the captain of the aircraft, and that means you can carry someone. It's got to be a qualified pilot's license. He's got to be a qualified pilot. If you carry someone, it's got to be another qualified pilot. That means you can sit in the captain's seat. Yeah. If you've got another qualified pilot, you can sit in the captain's seat. If not, well, you're not allowed to take anyone up. You can, well, depending if you've got a captain with you, I mean, you can have it in his name, and then from there you can fly from there basically. If you're in the co-pilot seat, it's not in your name. But the most important thing is that you'll get your wings with a NPPL. Now, if there is anything that you'd love to brush up on before I'm going to go anymore, there is sites which are very, very, very good looking at. It is the epilepsysociety.org.uk, or just catch and Google Epilepsy Society flying a private plane, and it comes up. Very, very good in there. And that states an NPPL, now Apple, you must be fit free for 1 year, seizure free for 1 year. It's a little bit more stringent, but they can, I think it's on the kind of mixes with the guidelines of a driving license. Now if you're fit free for a year, you can get your license. And that near enough applies with the NPPL. Oh, sorry, LAPL. The next thing to do is contact your GP. You just need to go in there and get a handful of paperwork. Search online, look up things, and then get things off the CAA site, which is Civil Aviation Authority. And then what you can do there is take paperwork, grab a notepad, and then just write down everything, bring paper in, just basically talk to your doctor big time about it. And then the next best thing to do is, after you've had a massive chat with your doctor and say, well, I'd like to get just some writing, etc. So it's just, you've got something from your doctor that you can hand over to a CAA medical examiner. Now for that, after you've contacted GP, then you contact CAA about your medical. Now medical costs around about £150 an hour. That's because you've got to speak to someone. If you want to speak to someone, his name's Dr. Wharton. Very good, best in the business. He's, because he's the best in the business, he's £150 an hour. Yeah, medicals runs about 300, I think more, not too sure. There's about £200-300 for a medical. And I'll do it on that. You just contact the CAA, go in, pay £150 on a lot of money, but it's worth it. You have a quick introduction with him, just speak to him, and then after that, you bring all your paperwork that you've got, like your important stuff. All you bring to your doctor is stuff that you need to send to him, so it just refreshes him, because they're not in the aviation industry. Doctors, there's GP, they have to do through everything from. But the CAA, obviously, they don't specialise in cuts and bruises, not like the GP where they've got cuts and more bruises, but you know what I mean. But no, all the stuff that you got from your doctor, everything, get notes, everything. Try and get your doctor to write something down if you can, but give it a few weeks, speak to your doctor, and have a really, really good long chat with your doctor. So grab a notepad, grab a pen, and then when you're online, just start jotting down everything, like visiting the sites, like saying, yeah, oh well, it's seizure-free for a year in a car, blah blah blah. That's what the problem is, etc. All it is for solo flying. It's 45 hours for a PPL, but I'm sorry, that's not going to happen unless you're very lucky enough, which I do absolutely all the best, to get off epileptic medication and take 10 years. So that's okay. But the MPPL, all it is just requires 5 hours solo, which is 30 hours, and then you've got to do 5 hours solo. You can do your course, there's no problem, you can do 30 hours easy. You can do that, that's no problem. You won't need a medical. The only time you're going to need a medical is when you do your first solo flight. That's after 30 hours. So through that, then they'll contact. But if you're just starting off, you don't need to worry, just get more information first before you start doing anything. Yeah, it's always good to do like your hours, you know what I mean? So if you are with a friend, you know what to do in an aircraft. If you don't finish those 5 hours, you will not be able to get your wings, unfortunately. No, best thing is to visit the sites, CAA. Whatever you do, don't ring them up. Best person to speak to is the doctors. Okay, it's very, very rude. There was a woman there, she was very, very rude actually. And they don't really help you over the phone. They're not the best, you know what I mean? They're just cool. Basically, just people at the office just calling. So take no notice of them. Don't contact the office. It's just bollocks, really. Just very old shit. So you don't need to worry about that. No, but just look on the CA site. And then, you know what I mean, if there's things that, you know, put you down a bit saying, oh, this with epilepsy, don't worry, because then when I contacted Dr. Watson, I explained to him, saying, well, etc., etc. I can't remember, this was months ago, and then it refreshed him, and then he just caught him off guard, and he goes, oh, okay, because, you know, I mean, just because he's the best in the business doesn't mean that, you know what I mean, there's always odd bits that catch him out. So do your homework, get everything you can, and when you do get all the notes that you get from the doctor, just one big pile, or don't literally take one big pile, you know what I mean? But very important stuff, all the stuff, the little stuff that you need, stuff off the epilepsy site, print that off, and also read up on Apple. But at the moment you can probably just print stuff off of the MPPL and take that to your doctor. Take some paper to your doctor, have a good chat with him, and you know, you can outsmart him, you can outsmart a doctor. But until then, I'm actually going to do my parts license as well. Very, very nervous because I've got to go for, I've got to sort out medicals. So it's very, very, very nerve-wracking. But on one training pilot to another, I salute you. Very, very good luck, and with everything you do for your ambition. And have a safe flight. Thank you, bye-bye.